Hey YouTube, it's your girl Jazz and I'm back with another video. Today's video will be a little bit different. It'll be things that I learned in my 20s. So if y'all want to hear some tips, keep on watching.
Be a millionaire.
Alright ladies and gents, as y'all know, this is like a channel where I focus on fashion and outfits and bags and stuff like that, but I did say I wanted to switch it up. Like I did a video like on my lock journey, and I also want to have like a segment of like girl talk or adult talk. And this one that came to mind was things that I learned in my 20s. So as y'all know or may not know, I turned 30 on March 27th. So about 2 months now, and as I was like approaching 30, like I was like reflecting on things that like I learned like in the last 2 decades of my life. So I jotted down like a whole bunch of stuff. It's like as soon as I started writing, because I wrote it on my iPad here, it was just like everything was like flowing. And one thing I will say that I learned since being 30, something that changed, because I remember asking my friends like, when y'all turned 30, was it something that changed? And they were like, no, it's pretty much the same. Or it was like, I was ready to have a baby or a family and stuff like that. But for me, like in these 2 months, I can say that coming into this new decade of 30, I'm speaking up more. I'm having more uncomfortable conversations, and I'm comfortable having them. So I'm comfortable being uncomfortable, having tough conversations and like speaking up. Like if I don't like this, I'm gonna say it. If I, like I'm not pushing nothing under the rug anymore. I'm a grown woman, adult, and I'm gonna speak up. I mean, I've always been a speak up type of girl, but it's just like, it's just more so like, oh no, it's okay. No, I'm gonna say how I feel respectfully. But anyways, so I think I have like 20 things on here. I have 25 things on here. So let's just go straight to through them. Some stuff I'll like talk a little bit more about, but then some stuff I feel like is very self-explanatory. So number one is, it's easy to fail and hard to succeed. So I basically told my brother like that quote when he was struggling a little bit with his first semester of college. And I can speak for myself. My first semester of college was very rough for me. My GPA was like under a 2.0. I don't know how I failed. I think it was 2 classes. Yeah, I got a D and an F. Like, yeah, it was rough for me. And my mom was saying, if you don't get it together, you coming back home. And I was like, no, I don't want to come back home. Like, so one thing that stuck with me is like, it's easy to fail and hard to succeed. And then when my brother, like his first semester of college, went through something similar like me, I don't want to put too much of his business out there. That's something that I told him, and it like stuck with him. And like he used to have it like on his little his Instagram like bio, like like it really stuck with him, the words that I said. And it's because like it's just so true. Like success, if it was so easy, I feel like everybody would be successful. But it's like you have to fail at some things. Like that's a part of the journey. Because now look, it's like, yeah, I flunked out my first semester of college, but look at where I'm at now. A whole pharmacist. I have a doctorate degree, in pharmacy. And it's like, just because I started somewhere at a low place academic wise, that doesn't mean that like I'm not going to be successful in the long run. So it's all a part of the journey. And that's another thing. My Instagram is Journey to Be Great. That's my personal Instagram. I don't care if you guys have it because it's on private and I'm not going to accept everybody. My main Instagram is TheCompletedLook, where I have the fashion and stuff. But it's just like that always stuck with me, because life is a journey and you have to appreciate everything in the journey and realize that it is easy to fail at stuff, but it's hard to succeed. And if you want to be successful and succeed, it's going to be failures, it's going to be lessons, it's going to be blessings. It's all a part of the journey to be great. Alright, so that's number one. Number two, discipline is greater than motivation. So I seen this. It was a guy, I think he went to college with me too, because we have a lot of like mutual friends. Like I remember seeing it on Twitter, or I think it was on a a feed or something like that, like a meme where in one of his tweets, I guess, went viral, and it said discipline is greater than motivation. And I agree, because you could be so motivated to do something. Like me, I'm always motivated. Ugh, I want to lose 50 pounds. Yes, I'm motivated, but I have to be disciplined to do that. You know, like I have to be disciplined to wake up every morning, get a gallon of water in, get 30 minutes of cardio in, 30 minutes of weights in, or whatever. It's like discipline is like the act of doing it. Motivation is just like, yeah, in my mind, yeah, I'm motivated, I'm gonna do it. But discipline, when you're actually putting in the actions of doing it, that's what really counts, because then you're going to see the results of it. Eating cleaner, you know. And that's just an example, like weight loss, because I feel like I'm always on a weight loss journey, like just trying to like lose 20 pounds here, then I'd be like, ooh, only 40 pounds, like, you know, like, so that's one. Number 3 is it's okay to lose people. I feel like that's self-explanatory. Like, people, another thing that I feel like I learned like this year is having grace and patience with certain people. But the main thing is having grace with people, because everybody is going through something, you know. Like, nobody's life is like, oh yes, everything is blissful. Like, that's not just what it is, you know. And it's like, if they're not going through anything currently, they probably have like things from the past that they're like trying to heal from and stuff like that. So with that being said, it's like certain people are in your life for like seasons. Like, so yeah, it could be like, you know, everything going good, da 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 da, and then something may happen, or they may cross you and do something, and that's like a boundary for you, where it's like, no, I don't deal with people that steal from me. If I have friends that steal from me, that's it. Like, there's no coming back from it, because like, why would you, you know? So I think it's okay to lose people. Like, it's okay. Number 4 is most things that make you mad are only temporary. A few days from now, you will forget what it was that made you upset. This was something that my boss, when I was working at my first job, like in the pharmacy, I was an intern. He had told me something like, to this day, I don't even know what I was upset about, but I remember him saying that, you know, Jazz, in 5 years, you upset now, because I know I came to work, and more than likely, I think I was like out the night before, and I was just miserable at work, like kind of hungover and stuff like that, and I had to be there, you know, standing up for the next 6 hours. I know it was a Sunday, so yeah, I think I went out that Saturday night, and I was just like so mad that I had work, you know, for those 6 hours. And he was just like, let's push through, like, you know, Sundays are usually our slow day and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, but it's like, I want to be in my bed, like home, like I'm kind of irritated. Then these patients, they're like annoying, you know. And he was like, you know, like in 5 years, you're not even going to be remembering why you mad about. So like right now, you upset, you bothered or whatever, but like you're not gonna remember that, like why you were mad. And I feel like I kind of remember why I was mad, but it's like, it was more so I was mad because like I just didn't want to be at work. But that's something so petty. And there's like, oh, millions of things after the fact, because that was years ago, that I was mad about. But it's like, look at where I'm at now. Like now I could be like, what was I mad about? Like, what was I mad about last Wednesday? Who irritated me? Like, I'm not remembering that. And I remember it was something from Joyce Meyer. She was reading like an excerpt from someone, and they were saying like their days where they complain is like on Wednesdays. So like if somebody made them upset like Saturday or Sunday, they wait until Wednesday to be like, this is why I was upset. Joe did this, Veronica did this or whatever. And it's just like, how does that sound? Like, you know, like I was upset on Saturday, but I want to talk about it now. No, by that time, it's just like, it's new days in between, waking up with a new start. So it's just like, just, you have to, some things you have to like roll off of your shoulder, and it's easier said than done. I feel like give yourself 5-10 minutes to be upset, maybe vent to someone, pray on it, and then do something that makes you happy. Okay. Number 5, independence is key, but it's okay to ask for help if support is there. So that's definitely me. Like, I've been independent, living on my own for 4 years now, working full-time 4 years, and I love my independence so much. But I am grateful for like the community that I have, of whether it's family or friends that help me, go out of their way to help me, you know. So there's nothing wrong with asking for help, no matter what it is, because I know for me, I would do the same for people, you know. No one is meant to be in this world and not have anyone or not depend on anyone. You know, like it's okay to like ask for help. Like put your pride aside, you know? And like me, I feel like the stuff that I ask for help for are like small things, but I still appreciate it. Like I remember I was out of town and I had a package get delivered, and I hit up my friend. I was like, listen, I know it's kind of out of your way. It's your Sunday. You just want to relax. I'm not going to be in town for another 2 days, and my box has already been sitting there for 2 days. Can you just go by my house and like, I'll give you the code, just kick it in the door, whatever? Yeah, sure, no problem. And it's like, as I was typing it, I was like, I know this is out of the way. Like, if you don't want to do it, it's okay. You know, because I was going to be okay with it regardless. But I was like, let me just ask. Something as small as that, you know? And she was like, sure, I'll go. Give me like 30 minutes. I'll be over there and I'll do it for you. And then sure enough, 30 minutes, she let me know. She's like, boxes are secure in your place. And I'm just like, thank you. So, you know, it's just little stuff like that. Like, don't be scared to ask people for help, especially if you have people in your life that are like willing to help you. And I feel like that's one thing that I'm grateful for. My group of friends, my community and stuff like that, solid. Like I always say that. Like just yesterday, I had like pool vibes with some of my coworkers, some of my friends, and my other friend from college, and she was like, who else gonna be there? And I'm like, I'm telling you, you don't have to worry about it. When all of my friends come together, there's no weird energy. And I say that confidently. That's my group of friends. Now their group of friends, I'm not sure, but my group of friends, when we all together, it's family. So that's what I'm grateful for. So another thing is number 6. Don't question why some people aren't drawn to you. You never know the baggage you are avoiding. Rejection is protection. So that one is a deep one. I have an example, but I don't really want to get into it. But it's something that I tell my mom, like with certain, you know, family members. It's like, they were like, why didn't she come to me about this, and this? Or why didn't they tell me about that? And like, same for me, like some of my friends. Oh, why didn't you tell me that you were going through this? You know, it's like, people, you have to give them grace, like I mentioned earlier. And everybody goes through stuff, and then sometimes it's best for you not to know everything, because if you're a kind of person that like feels something without having to go through it, like that's how I am, it's like sometimes it's best not to just know, because then it brings your spirit down. So at the end of the day, pray for your friends. When you wake up, you know, God, things that I don't know about, just keep my friends covered, and my family, things that they don't express to me or they don't feel comfortable telling me yet, just keep them covered, you know, because like sometimes when you know so much, it can be draining on you. I remember I have a friend that's like that. Like one of her friends was going through something, and it's like she was pouring into her, venting to her, all that stuff, and it was draining down her spirit, you know. So it's okay if like people don't come to you first about certain things, you know. Like, yeah, I used to get like, and I'm like, why didn't you tell me you was going through this? But some people are like, listen, I gotta go through it by myself, then I can talk about it to other people and be like, yeah, I went through this, you know. So it's just like, you have to just take people as they are. All right, number 7. God makes people unavailable so that you can turn to him during hard times and sit in stillness with him. This one hit me, y'all. Like, as I was writing it, I was like, yeah. Because you know how sometimes it's like you going through something and you want to vent to someone, and it's like no one is available. Like, mom, why you not answering the phone? Best friend, why you not answering the phone? Okay, God, I see what you did. You want me to come to you. You want me to just talk to you. You want me to just cry to you, huh? You don't want nobody available for Jazz right now. It's like, what? I'm like, why is everybody ignoring me? What are y'all doing? It's not even late at night, you know? But hey, that's how God works. Like, sometimes he's like, come to me. Talk to me. And that's honestly like the best thing. Because it's like, by the time I talk to God, then I talk to my friends after, like I get like clarity. Because like I'll call like 2 of my friends, and like, so I'll talk to God about it and pray on it and be like, you know what, let me just sit in this and pray on it. And then like one of my friends will call me and she'll give me, you know, good guidance. Then the other friend will call me like, girl, it's okay, like I'm okay, you know, I just was going through something, I just needed like someone there for me. But everything worked out. And they're like, okay, everything good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good now, like, you know. So it's like, just sometimes you just have to go to God. Like, not sometimes, actually all the time you have to go to God. So, but if you notice that, like, when you call someone and they're not available, that should be like a light bulb in your head saying, let's talk to God about it. All right, number 8, you have to be okay with being uncomfortable. You don't know your full potential till you're out of your comfort zone / safe space. So that's something.
Motion detected at the Blink doorbell.
So that's something definitely that I've experienced, even like with the workplace, because I remember like my first job that I had like full time, I had to like travel for work, and I had to like basically like run a clinic, and I was out of my comfort zone. But honestly, when you're out of your comfort zone and you realize that you're flourishing in it and you're like learning and you're practicing it more and stuff like that, it's like once you're done with the task, you just feel like, dang, like I was so nervous on the first day, and now it's like I feel like I can do anything. So now it's like wherever my job career takes me, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna be nervous, uncomfortable and stuff like that, but I know I'm supposed to be here for a reason. I'm supposed to learn, because honestly, if I didn't have that experience with that job doing that, I wouldn't have like the increase in confidence like I have now, especially in the workplace. So, you know, you got to get uncomfortable. Like, that's a part of growing up. Like, and like I said, even having those uncomfortable conversations, because like you will like think like, oh no, they're not gonna understand or nothing like that. But it's like you'll be surprised at like how much you feel and how much a weight has lifted off of your shoulder now that you like said your piece, and then it's received and they understand you.
Motion detected at the Blink doorbell.
All right, another number 9. People go through things, but wear it well. Always give people grace, because a lot of them are projecting. I had a friend of mine tell me that he is like going through stuff, but he masks his emotions very well, and I feel like that's a lot of guys. They mask what they're going through and just put out like the total opposite. Like, oh, they're always joking around and laughing around, but like deep down inside they want to cry, you know. So just like you never know what people are going through. And then I had like people like at work, and I'm just like, why are they so rude? Why are they so nasty? Then it's like when you get to see it full circle, like why they are, or they like explain, it's just like, now I see. So me, like, I always just try to like give people grace, but it's like, you're not gonna disrespect me. But then I like that I was able to see it full circle, because I was like, why does she act this way? Then when I overheard her talking to someone, she's like, I'm going through this and that at home, and I'm just like, that's why. And it's like, I'm not gonna accept the disrespect or whatever, but it's like, now I see why you act that way. Because usually when somebody is mad and upset and they doing all that rude stuff, it's something deep inside that they're going through or whatever. And it's not an excuse, but that's usually what it is. Like, a lot of people aren't like emotionally intelligent to like not put their energy on other people. So like, I don't do that. Like, if I'm going through something, I'm either gonna be by myself, or I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I'm going through something, but you know what, this ain't about you. I'm not trying to put no energy on you, you know. So, but a lot of people aren't like that. Number 10, make time for those that make time for you. I feel like that's self-explanatory. Like, make time for the people that are actually in your life and actually like you, you know. Number 11, no one is perfect. You have to be willing to do what you want to attract. And I mean, I feel like that's self-explanatory too. It's like, you can't say, oh yeah, I want somebody that's fit in the gym, look good, and then you don't want to do none of that. Like, come on. Not saying that you don't deserve it, but it's like, wouldn't you want to both of y'all do that stuff together? You know, like, I don't know, like, you can't. And I see that a lot on Twitter with these guys. It's like, they'll be talking about a woman's body and stuff, and it's like, bro, look at you. When the last time you done shaved your beard and got a haircut? But you talking about, and that's just like superficial stuff. Then when we get into like values and stuff like that, it's like, you can't say, oh yeah, I want a man that's independent and rich, and it's like all you doing is wanting to depend on me. I'm not like that. I need to have my own. I need to have my own for my own peace of mind. I don't want to have to depend on a man for anything at all. And I feel like that's not fair to depend on one person for like your happiness, your peace. No, that's not fair. You have to have your own. All right. So number 12, put your pride aside. Don't block your blessings. I mean, I feel like that's just like straightforward. Like sometimes that pride, woohoo! I know for me, I'll be like, it's the ego. Nope, you hurt my feelings. Nope. Now I feel like I said, now that I'm 30, that hurt my feelings when you did that. I don't like that. I don't like when you did that. That really like didn't make me feel good about myself. You know, like it's just like you have to. Oh, I'm not gonna hit you up first. I didn't hear from you today, so you acting like. We gotta grow up. I gotta grow up because I used to be like, oh, I was the last person to say something and you ain't say nothing. We not talking. If I'm thinking about you, what's up? How you doing? How's your day? You know, like it's people be going through stuff. Now if it's like they ignoring you and you done called them and text them, ooh, like it was this one guy. I don't be calling people, y'all. Called him twice at 2 different times. You ain't answer me and I text and said, call me, we gotta talk. You ain't gonna do that? It's okay. And then that was just the end of that. Have faith, this is number 13. Have faith knowing that you can get all that you desire, but you have to put in the work and effort. I feel like that's straight up. Number 14. Some people are in your life for a season and that's okay. Just make sure you learn something from everyone to help you evolve. Number 15. Always stand up for yourself. No one is going to vouch for you more than yourself. One thing about it, I'm going to say, I'm very like, I guess because I'm like a Aries and I'm very like fiery and like, I'm just like, I don't like, like I said, I'm going to say what I have to say respectfully. Like it's not meant to belittle anyone, but you're not going to talk down on me without me saying X, Y, and Z. Like I don't want to say defensive, but it's just like, I'm going to vouch for myself. You know, I'm going to stand up for myself. If I have a question, I'm like, okay, I did this because of this is what I was told, X, Y, and Z, da 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 da. Can you explain to me so I can understand? You know, like, because a lot of people, it's like, they be scared to say stuff. Like, I just don't know. Like, it's just like, they're okay with, like, complaining about an issue, but not going to the actual source to, like, talk about it and say, I don't like this. And, you know, like, so, I don't know. I guess everybody is different and, you know, that's a part of their journey and stuff. But I guess for me, like, what I always say, like when people tell me that, I said, this is what I would do, but I cannot speak for you. I cannot vouch for you like how you vouch for yourself. You know yourself. You know your limits. You know your boundaries. You know what you can take and what you cannot take, you know? And if something is disrupting your peace, that's already enough right there to stand up for yourself, you know? Number 16, where there is God, there is peace. And that's the ultimate gift. God is peace. Point blank period. Number 17, Godspeed. When he says to be ready, I hope your bags are packed. Y'all, when I moved to the city where I am now, I remember I was listening to a podcast. It was TD Jakes, and I didn't really get the job offer yet. Like everything was still in the air, but I was packing my apartment, and then literally the sermon said, pack your bags. God says yes, and I was in my room of my last apartment, like just like dancing, catching the Holy Spirit. I was like, because I haven't listened to one of his sermons in a while, and it's the fact that the one that I clicked on, like I just scrolled and I was like, which one is speaking to me? Clicked on it, and he was just preaching, and then he said, God said to pack your bags this time. Like I was getting chills in my room as I was like literally packing up my apartment, because I was saying I'm leaving this job and I'm going to a new city with more opportunity, and that's where I'm at now, and I've been here for 2 years now. So when God says it's time to go and you praying to him and you waiting on that breakthrough and he says now's the time, be ready, pack them bags. Number 18, just because people are good, just because people are good doesn't mean they are good for you. This I feel like this is what I learned like a little while ago, and now it's like coming back, because like into like my dating lifestyle and stuff like that, because there are a lot of great guys that I came across, even like friends that I came across and stuff like that, But I'll speak on relationships because I feel like that's where it mainly like makes sense. There are a lot of good people in this world. Just because they are good people in the world and on paper does not mean that they're the right person for you. And like one thing when I did my vision board, like my digital vision board, is I had relationship on there, but it was like a puzzle piece. So it's like my puzzle piece, like the end could be like but I need someone else to be like like, you know, the opposite, so that it like, you know, links. So it's like, yes, you can have like all these other good qualities, good traits and stuff like that, but if it's something that I feel like is missing, I'm not gonna waste their time, and I don't want to waste their time. And that's one thing I always say. Like, it's like I have, like, as I've been dating and stuff like that, I ran across a lot of great guys, and it's just like, you are a great person. I see you as friendship, like not really romantic. And it's like either you're gonna respect it or you're not. And the ones, like, I've been getting good feedback from, like, you know, when I said it to this one guy, I said, you know, I see us like progressing into a good friendship, but not really, I don't see the romantic there right now, at least. And he was like, you know, that's okay, like, I need friends here, so cool. And like, we still be chopping it up every day, like, you know, like, it's like, because at the end of the day, it like takes off the pressure of like trying to impress somebody, and you know, when you're like dating and stuff like that. So I've been really like enjoying just having guy friends and like getting to know people and why they are the way that they are. And then the same for me, like taking your time, like stop rushing stuff. Number 19, it's okay to be the first to do something. Not everyone will see your vision. Y'all, when I say it was like certain stuff that I was doing, and I feel like even in my friend group, stuff that I was doing, like what, having my YouTube channel, having like my little separate fashion page and stuff, and it was just like, I was like, why nobody else doing this? Like, why I gotta be the first, you know? But it's just like, sometimes people, like, everybody's journey is different, and like they don't see what you see for yourself, or they'll be like, oh no, I would never do that. Oh, being on YouTube, my face, like me talking and being vulnerable, or me doing this and that, I'm too nervous for stuff like that. Shout out to the people that do it. Yeah, I'll watch them, but me doing it, so it's just like, you know, like, not everything is for everybody. Number 20, and this kind of links into like when I started my YouTube channel, strangers are usually more supportive than family and friends. I remember when I first started my YouTube channel, like started getting back into it, because I had my channel since like 2011 when I did like a hair review or something like that. But I remember when I started it back again, and I used to like send my links, like every time I posted a video, to all of my friends, like in my call list, to have them watch it, subscribe, or like the video and stuff like that. And then eventually, like, I stopped, because like I shouldn't have to force my family and friends to support something that I love so much, you know? So when I made my completed look Instagram, it was like instant community of women that like liked fashion, like shoes, like bags, like, you know, and like even like my channel here on YouTube, like how it's growing, and like just the comments, and like the same consistent people like watching me and stuff like that. I don't know these people from anywhere, but they are so more supportive than like people I went to college with, people I grew up with. Like my mom just now getting back into watching my YouTube. It's like, I don't gotta watch it, I already know you. And I'm just like, you see, that's the problem. It's a lot, you know? So it's just like, it's gonna be strangers that are usually your community and that make you rich, to be honest, because I'm gonna get monetized off of my content, okay? Number 21, it's okay to take social media breaks. I take them, whether it's from TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Like, it's okay to like just fall off, or if you don't post content, like, you know, it's okay. Like, I feel like a lot of content creators do that, where they just take time to just focus on themselves. Like, it's okay. You don't have to be with all of the trends, you know. People are gonna find you. You shouldn't have to like fight to put yourself out there. The right people are gonna find you, and if they like you, they're gonna support you, okay? Number 22, block, remove, mute whoever and whatever. I do that a lot on my social medias, whether it's Twitter, if it's words I don't want to see, or people I don't want to see. Yeah, just for a peace of mind. Like, if it's certain stuff you don't want on your timeline, or certain people you don't want on your timeline, because I feel like it's weird. Why would you have somebody on your timeline that you don't like? Or if they post something, you never like their stuff. Like, then that means you don't like them. So why do you have them on your social media? Like, that's just weird to me. Like, I don't understand that. Like, I don't know. It's like people don't like showing love. Like, and it's just so weird to me. It's like, you okay with just watching and not interacting or engaging or supporting or liking? Like, you know, if you like something, like it. Like, you know, like, and I feel like the stuff I be posting is very likable, you know? But sometimes people won't like your stuff because it's you posting it. So keep that in mind. 23. Parents are usually doing the best they can. I'm not a parent yet. I'm a dog mom. But it's like I have so much respect for like my mom and dad because both of them, they're immigrants. Like they're from the Turks and Caicos Islands. And they came here by the grace of God. Like they got their citizenship and, you know, they have their good careers. My dad is an entrepreneur. And it's just like, and that's just like on a financial thing. But like even like raising us and like the sacrifices and just the community that we had is like I feel like my parents definitely did that the best that they could with raising me and my brother. And I'm like so grateful for it. Like so grateful. 24, I just wrote the word finances, so I guess that was more so like for me to talk about like budgeting. And you know, of course it's like you want to live your life, have a good time, but you also want to like have a savings and, you know, budget for like rainy days or like to be a blessing to other and stuff like that. And then 25, everything isn't for everyone. What's for you is for you. You don't have to fight for it. If God has something that's for you, or you have something that you desire and you pray to God and it aligns with his will for you, that's all you have to worry about. Nobody is going to take what God has for you. You get what I'm saying? So like some people, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. Maybe that's not for you. You may want to do that, but what God has for you and what God needs you to do, once you get it, you're going to be like, this is it. Like, it's just going to give you that peace. So, yeah, everything ain't for everybody. Everybody can't be an influencer. Like, I don't want to be a million subscriber person. Like, I mean, because I know it comes with a lot. You know, like, I want to just have my small little community where I have passive income, you know, like, and then who knows like where my channel will take me, because like I'm just talking now, like I just want like passive income, but it's like you never know, like depending on what I start talking about and like who I start to reach, it's like you never know like where things can take you. So I just feel like whatever, that's the main thing, whatever God has for you, it's gonna come. Like, and a lot, I know like everybody is like, oh, I'm already 30. Oh, or even like these young people, like it's just so much pressure for them. And I just like feel bad because it's like I literally had like a great childhood. Like even high school, it was fun. Like it was like no pressure like how it is now. Like it's just so intimidating almost now. Like, oh yeah, I'm 25, I don't have my Mercedes yet. It's just like a lot of people be in their 40s and they just now reaching like their goals or like getting that peak of success, you know. So it's just like, enjoy your life, take your time, just enjoy. And that's what I was telling my homegirl today. Like we be so focused on like the future stuff and we don't really care about the present and the now. Like it's so much things to be grateful right now, especially how wicked the world is, and it's like you still can find that peace of mind and a family to love on that are still there, like, you know, a job that you can still go to, still, you know, pay your bills, you know, like it's just so much right now to be grateful for. But yeah, y'all, that was my 25 things that I learned in my 20s, and I feel like I'm taking these stuff into this 30-year or 30 decade of my life, and I feel like this video is like for anyone, to be honest. But thank y'all so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this one, and I will see y'all in the next one. Love y'all. Bye.